Tough loss for us. Certainly a game we felt like that we could have won and that we should have won. Like I said before, I felt good at halftime about where we were at, and then we came out in the third quarter, and defensively we couldn't get off the field. They made a quarterback change, and he did a good job running with the ball. And offensively, we got stopped on that 3rd down and 2, which really hurt us because they had the ball the entire quarter. And then we had lots of chances, lots of opportunities to make one play here, one play there, and you walk away with the win. And we weren't able to make those plays. So we've obviously got to work harder and practice this week and work on improving and get ready to play.
The biggest thing that stood out after watching the game?
Yeah, there's never a biggest thing always, but offensively in the second half we just weren't consistent. I thought their defensive front outplayed our offensive front, which was discouraging to me because I feel like our offensive front should be a strength for us, but they played harder than we did. And then, defensively, it was the 3rd downs, the quarterback running and making plays on 3rd downs and us not adjusting and understanding that that's what he was in there to do.
2 weeks in a row, second half has been an issue. Why do you think that is?
Certainly has. Certainly, particularly in that 3rd quarter, with our defense not being able to get off the field. So we got to reevaluate everything we're doing at halftime.
Coach, with Brandon, how much is it some of his struggles, his relative lack of inexperience, or is it teams maybe having a little bit more film on him? I mean, when he played against Kentucky, they didn't really know what to expect, but how much do you think either one of those are?
Well, I think a lot of it is, new. He's inexperienced in some pressure situations, and then we're not playing real well around him with everybody. I've always answered a question when someone asks me, how do you get your quarterback to play so well? It's, well, you get the 10 guys around him to really do their job, really execute and protect, make catches, run the ball, So a quarterback always has a lot of success when the 10 guys around him. But you also have to, he's got to keep his poise and take care of the ball and make better decisions in the pressure situations.
You also said you'd learn a little bit more about your team once they went through some adversity. What have you learned so far?
That we got a ways to go. We got a ways to go. We got to find a couple go-to guys. So when the pressure's on, we know who we're going to throw the ball to and who's going to make the plays. We got to do a better job of running the football in the second half. And, that was where I was disappointed in our offensive front. As we had a chance to take the ball and go move it and run it, and it's a completely different than the first half. The first half we were controlling the line of scrimmage, we were running the ball real well, and in the second half we just got outplayed. Defensively, we got to be smarter. We got to know more about what's going on in the game and what a change in quarterback means. We got out of our rush lanes twice, and it hurt us in getting a victory.
You talked about some of your go-to guys, talking about your freshman Nicholas Norris. How do you evaluate his performance?
Well, I've been really happy. We put a lot on him. He's a guy that just came in and kind of throw him in the fire and say, here you go. And he's made a lot of good plays for us, made a lot of big plays for us. He's a guy that we feel like can really catch the ball and run after the catch. But then in a couple pressure situations, he hasn't made one catch, which was the 4th down. The one that he I guess you would say dropped for a touchdown, I'm not sure you can make that catch. 2 guys flashed in front of him, the ball hit his hands, but I'm not sure he ever saw the ball, but it did hit his hands. So you'd say, I guess when my dad used to say, anything you touch you should have, I wasn't so sure he was always right when he said it. And I'm not sure he could have made that catch. It was the free safety jumped in front of him, the corner jumped in front of him, and somehow the ball went through their hands into his hands. But he's done a good job for us, and he's going to just continue to get better. He's more comfortable with the offense now. His routes are better than they were early in the year, and he's an exciting guy for what's going to come.
Is there anything you all do in practice to try to simulate those pressure situations for the receivers and
Certainly, yeah, you go through all of it, but it's a different speed. You know, when you're going through against the scout team, you try to simulate it and everything, but things don't happen as quick as they do in live action. So, you know, we just got to keep working at it and get better.
You have a lot of freshmen or young receivers. Are you looking at all of them kind of like Norris as a work in progress where you're thinking they're going to be better as the year goes on?
Well, yeah, we knew our whole passing game was a work in progress. I was hoping we'd be ahead of where we are right now with it. But, you know, when you come in and everything's new to every single player, we got a lot of new receivers out there. The schemes are new. The timing that we're working on is new. We knew that we were going to have to continue to improve as the year went on. You'd like to do that as you're winning games. You know, we come away with a win there, and we still know we have the issues and the problems, but at least you have a W, you know, under your belt. So that's the disappointing thing is we had a chance to win that game, a lot of different plays. When you look at it and really watch it, there's like 12 or 13 different plays. If we make that play, we have a real good chance of coming away with the win, whether that's a drop pass, a missed block, a wrong cut on you know, 3rd and 2, dropped interception, you know, dropped interception for a touchdown. There's like 12 plays there where, you know, and that's what happens when you lose a close game. So I just wanted to make sure our players understood that, you know, it's a team loss. That's a total team loss.
2 weeks in a row, cornerbacks have been able to jump on those curl routes and take it back to the, I guess, that got called back from a penalty this past week against South Alabama. Is there something that...
Yeah, that's a hitch route, and you know, we're not seeing the corner. We got to make sure we understand what technique that corner's in and what his alignment is off of the ball, and, you know, just not seeing it.
Coach, this is going to be your first true home game. How much of a spark do you hope that maybe can provide to help you guys?
Well, I'm really looking forward. I'm looking forward to the routine for a home game and what you do and how you prepare. I'm looking for a crowd to, you know, come out with a lot of energy and excitement. And it's always great to play at home, you know, and hopefully that's something that really helps us and gives us energy and helps in our preparation, you know, for the week, because it's really important that we improve this week in practice.
You're going to handle the starting lineup for that game, sort of how you're going to handle this last one, where whoever steps up in practice this week might also.
Yeah, that's what we need to learn. We need to learn as a team that you go out and you earn the right to win on the practice field with your effort. So we go out there and grade our effort, and the guys that give the best effort will start the game.
Anything else?
With the Marcus House's development kind of coming along?
You know, when you cut the reps down when you get into game week, it's always hard. But we have been practicing a lot on Sunday nights with the guys that don't play a lot in the game. So he's continuing to get better. He needs to just relax a little bit and slow down. You know, he tries to really hurry things and get the ball out really quick and hard. So once he learns to, you know, take a little off of it, not throw the full Hummer every time, and you know, he is getting better. And like I said, in camp, he showed a lot of improvement in camp. We're also working, you know, the other 2 new guys on Sunday nights, and you know, that's the one thing that is fun when you come back on Sunday night, is you get to see the young people get out there and practice and improve and learn the offense. And you know, we have gotten better on Sunday nights with our youngsters.
Anything else? Coach, thank you.
All right, thank you.